Foamstars are marching on your location. Thanks, Melty. We've got another call. It's actually Melty. She wants to talk to you. Should I put her through? Yeah. Sure. Okay, Zoa, I'm patching her through now. Hello?
Oh, Zoa? Thanks so much for having me. So, the reason I'm calling is... it's about my grandma, actually. I used to live with my grandma in the backcountry before moving here. She stayed behind and is still running an ice cream in her village. My grandma included. That's why I decided to promote it at Foamstars. So busy, I haven't been able to visit Grandma in a while. She says not to worry about it, but
And that's been on your mind? You're very thoughtful.
huh?
Of course. It's good if you visit your grandma when you can. I'm sure she's very happy whenever she sees your face. It's just my personal opinion, but I bet she must be really happy that you love her ice cream so much, and that you're working hard every day to get more people to try it. Even when you can't visit, she must be so proud of you. falls apart. At least, that's how it looks to me.
Do you really think so?
Yeah.
I'll give you 20 coupons for half price now, please.
Really? Wow! Thanks! I just can't get enough of the strawberry raw berry flavor.
Yay! I'm happy to hear that. So, I'm feeling motivated again.
A massive bubble beastie is approaching. Get ready!
Yeah.
Excellent, Soa. And right away, we have another caller. Okay. Hello?
Oh, hello? My name is Marin.
Hi, Marin. What's up?
Dear Soa, I'm worried because I don't have any hobbies or special talents. I have no idea what I'd like to do in the future. Do you have any words of advice you could give me? Thank you.
Well, let's see. I used to be just like you. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I did like watching pop performances, but I wasn't interested in becoming a celeb. So how come that's what I ended up doing? I used to really hate my body for making foam. I thought I was a freak, and I didn't want anyone to find out about it. So I became a recluse. But, you know, one day I was walking down the street and a little girl noticed my bubbles, and she said, with a huge smile, "That's so pretty. I want to make bubbles too when I grow up." For the first time in my life, someone expressed sincere admiration for me. It made me think I should stop hiding, that I could live unashamedly, enjoying myself, no more hiding. And once my way of thinking changed, the celeb life started appealing to me. Being a famous personality is all about letting your personality shine. So that became my goal. So, going back to your question, I think it's perfectly fine not to have any idea of what you want in the future. But sometimes we're just not seeing something that's right under our noses. Right, Marin? Don't label yourself as someone without ambitions. Keep an open mind. I'm sure that just as there's always a rainbow after the rain, one day you'll discover something that will become your passion.
Oh, I'd never have guessed that you were like me too. So there is hope. Thank you so much.
Another fiver and a lucky tip. Eh? Well, yeah, there's got to be, because it all goes down.
Welcome to the Foamy Lab. Leave it to me. Mission start. See ya.
Caring from Cumbria to Glossop. Press red now for the incredible real-life work of Ambulance. Watch now on iPlayer. Following the amazing journey of life from conception to blowing out that first candle. Child. Listen now on BBC Sounds. There are 3 verdicts. Did you kill? No. Were you not obsessed with her work as an escort? There were other people who could have been responsible.
Murder Trial. Press red for all episodes on BBC iPlayer.
Good evening. 7 games on Match of the Day tonight, with Liverpool and Manchester City both in action at the top of the table, and the big game at the bottom between Luton and Sheffield United. Plenty of goals and lots to discuss with Alan Shearer and Martin Keogh. We're on after the news here on BBC One at half-time.
Now on BBC One, the news with Lakshmi Gopal.
The body of a 6-year-old girl who went missing while trying to flee Gaza City last month has been found. Hint Rajab pleaded for help after the car she was travelling in with her family reportedly came under fire. Police searched the River Thames for the man suspected of attacking a woman and 2 girls with a corrosive substance 10 days ago. The King has just released a statement thanking well-wishers for their kind messages of support following his cancer diagnosis.
Daly pops it up, in they go!
And England fight back to beat Wales in the Six Nations Rugby Championship. Good evening. A 6-year-old girl who went missing in Gaza City last month has been found dead, along with several of her relatives and 2 paramedics who tried to save her. Henth Rajab had been travelling in a car when it came under fire. according to the Palestine Red Crescent Society. Henth is one of more than 28,000 Palestinians thought to have been killed since the start of the war, which began 4 months ago after Hamas, designated a terror organisation by the UK government, killed over 1,200 Israelis. Our Middle East correspondent Lucy Williamson has followed Henth's story and sent this report.
Today it was hope that died, long after 6-year-old Hen was killed. She survived the gunfire that killed her uncle, aunt and cousins as they fled Gaza City in the family car. Her calls with the emergency services as she hid among the bodies of her relatives in sight of Israeli tanks sparked a campaign to find her.
Yes!
Today, as Israeli forces withdrew from the area, paramedics went in. They found Hen's body with those of her relatives in the shattered car. Her mother has been waiting for her daughter at a nearby hospital for almost 2 weeks.
For every person who heard my voice, my daughter's pleading voice, yet did not rescue her, I will question them before God on the day of judgment. Netanyahu, Biden, and all those who collaborated against us, against Gaza and its people. I pray against them from the depth of my heart.
Right. See you in the morning.
Near where Hen was found, the ambulance car that was sent to get her. The bodies of its 2 crew members inside.
They were deliberately targeted, although our ambulances have very clearly with Red Crescent emblems on top of our ambulances, and we had it clearly also on all sides of the ambulance.
We asked the Israeli army about this, but received no response. Residents re-emerging in Gaza City after troops had left found a cratered wasteland. Witnesses said dozens of bodies were collected from its streets and buildings today. In the southern border town of Rafah, they fear they might be next. The bombing here has been getting more intense. 3 members of Hamas security forces were killed in a strike on their car. And funerals were held for 7 adults and 5 children, killed in overnight airstrikes on their homes. This town, the final refuge for Gaza's civilians, the final target in Israel's ground war. Lucy Williamson, BBC News, Jerusalem.
The former boss of Fujitsu UK, which designed the software involved in the post office scandal, has told the BBC the prosecution of sub-postmasters was raised with him only once while he was in charge. Roger Gilbert said he was assured the post office was acting honestly and that he was shocked to learn of the way sub-postmasters were treated. Our business reporter Ben King is here. So Ben, what has Mr Gilbert told you?
Well, Roger Gilbert was the UK Fujitsu chief from 2009 to 2011, and he was chairman for a year before he retired. And during that time, the Post Office was securing the convictions of around 50 sub-postmasters a year, using evidence from the Horizon computer system we now know to be flawed. Now, Mr Gilbert only wanted to talk to us by email because he said that gave the opportunity for a more considered reply, and he said that the issue was only raised with him once, in 2010, after a magazine article. He spoke to the team that managed Horizon and came away with the belief that the Post Office was managing those prosecutions competently and honestly. And he says that the issue was never raised with him again. He has subsequently said, he said that he's been shocked to hear what the Post Office has subsequently done, and he sent out his sympathy to the victims and to their families. Now, there's an inquiry going on into this affair, which is going to hear from a number of other Fujitsu chief executives, former chief executives, and that will tell us a lot more about who knew what and when they knew it about the Horizon system.
Ben, thank you. Police in London have been searching the River Thames for the man suspected of attacking a woman and 2 young girls with a corrosive substance 10 days ago. Scotland Yard believes Abdul Shakur Azidi went into the water on the night of the attack. CCTV footage shows him leaning over the railings of Chelsea Bridge. Charlie Rose reports.
Searching the Thames for the body of Abdul Shakur Ezidi, the suspect in the chemical attack in South London. This is the last confirmed sighting of him on Chelsea Bridge at 11:30 at night, 4 hours after a mother and her 2 young daughters were doused with a corrosive alkaline substance in Clapham. The CCTV footage shows Ezidi leaning over the bridge before he disappears from view. He was never seen leaving the area.
Well, police started searching for their suspect in the river here a little earlier this morning, taking advantage of the low tide. But they say despite their best efforts, the body of Abdul Shakur Ezidi may never be found.
In a large-scale manhunt, police tracked his movements from Newcastle and across London, following the 35-year-old here, close to the river. Officers believe this is where their suspect met his end.
The experts from the oceanography departments that are supporting us would indicate that it may be some time, if someone has gone in the water at this time of year, for a person to surface.
Earlier, police said they believed Ezidi was being helped by others to evade capture. Officers have been targeting his associates and arrested one man on suspicion of assisting an offender. He was later bailed. Detectives are now directing their resources to confirm their latest theory that Abdul Shakur Ezidi is somewhere in this river. Charlie Rose, BBC News.
The King has issued a statement tonight thanking the public for the many messages of support and good wishes he's received since the announcement on Monday that he had been diagnosed with cancer. He said the messages provided great comfort and encouragement.
What a shit, not even him, but...
It was quite a personal statement, wasn't it?
Yeah, actually, I think it was. I mean, by the really quite restrained standards of royal prose, this was quite a personal message. After saying, as you say, thanks very much for all those messages of support, the King goes on, as all those who have been affected by cancer will know, such kind thoughts are the greatest comfort and encouragement. That is quite personal, really, a reminder, if we needed one. There's both a man and a monarch involved here. Now, the palace has been relatively open about the King's health and his treatment, and the King's made that clear he wants to promote debate and throw something of a spotlight on cancer. And again, in his message, he says of individuals and organisations involved with cancer and treatment and care, my lifelong admiration for their tireless care and dedication is all the greater as a result of my personal experience. That reference back to himself, back to his own feelings. Again, a more intimate moment than perhaps we've grown used to in World Cup.
I mean, thank you. Housing charities have warned that new legislation could miss the chance to fix what's been called a crisis for private renters. The government promised to ban no-fault evictions, known as Section 21s. But campaign groups say the measure won't go far enough to stop renters being forced to move. Here's our political correspondent, Harry Fowler.
Natalie Allwood has had to move 12 times in the last 20 years. The repeated moves have put her in debt that will take years to clear, and they've affected her health. In the last year and a half alone, she received 2 no-fault evictions, or Section 21s.
I received a letter through from my agency saying that the landlord wanted to get their property back, and that I had to find somewhere new. And that was the first Section 21. That was pretty awful. I wouldn't wish this situation on anybody.
Like countless others, Natalie found that when she was evicted from her home here in Brighton, rent had risen so much she couldn't afford to stay. She now lives an hour outside the city, away from friends and work. The government promised to ban no-fault evictions in 2019. 4.5 years on, it hasn't happened. The Housing Secretary, Michael Gove, has brought a new bill that would make it happen, but it still hasn't passed through the House of Commons. A group of campaigners met Mr Gove this week, and I spoke to one of them afterwards. The charities want longer eviction notices and protections to stop landlords abusing new no-fault removals.
It just isn't going to happen. The comprehensive set of rights for races that most other civilized countries have, and it went to in England is incredibly triumphal.
A government spokesperson said its legislative reform bill would create a fairer private land sector for both tenants and landlords, and it would abolish Section 21 and no-fault evictions. Some Conservative MPs worry that in banning no-fault evictions, the bill already goes too far and risks reducing the number of rental properties available. But people like Natalie argue stability and protection is vital.
Ridiculous that people are struggling. The place to live.
Natalie hopes this time the new flat will be the stable home she needs. Harry Farley, BBC News.
And Laura Ginsberg will be speaking to the housing secretary Michael Gove tomorrow morning. Breaking promises, building houses, and being Macbeth. It's a busy one in the morning with Michael Gove from the Conservatives, Pat McFadden from Labour, and the superstar Ray Frank. All with you here at 9 tomorrow. Now we'll report from James Hilton. Thank you, Oxley. Good evening. It's round 2 of Rugby Union's Six Nations Championship this weekend. Twickenham England fought back to narrow into history Wales side 16-18, while at Murrayfield, Scotland couldn't hold on against France, losing 20-16. Our correspondent Phil Wilson rounds up the action.
An innovation from England's new captain. Long march to the ground, through the Twickenham public. You're with us, we're with you. Right. But this is Wales.
Tompkins again.
This is Wales.
Lovely inside ball again.
They scored 2 tries in the first half. Young players maturing by the minute. Alex Mann is just 22. The half-time lead was 9. England have their new recruits. This was the first game at Twickenham for Fraser Dingwall. In at the corner, England were 1 point behind.
Fraser Dingwall!
Welsh discipline so strong early on now allowed England penalties. This one was decisive. England only led in the last 10 minutes. They won the game 16-14. In your home matches in the Six Nations, it's so important to bring the crowd with you. And England did eventually manage that here. In Edinburgh, Scotland were hoping for something similar. Pre-match optimism, first half finishing. Could Ben White hold the ball and slide to the line? Yes and yes. France was still behind with 10 to play until Louis Bielbiarri. Now France led. Now France itself. Seconds left. Each is left. Scotland needed to try to win. What can you see there? No try, said the on-field ref. Replays and replays as there were white flash of ball touching the turf. Inconclusive. No try was the final decision, which didn't stop the kid of Scotland seeing the football. Joe Wilson, news.
There were plenty of goals in the Premier League today. Highlights of all the day's football follow the news, but here are the headlines. Liverpool stayed top of the table after beating strugglers Burnley 3-1. The crowd at Anfield was just shy of 60,000, a record for a league match there. Manchester City are hot on Liverpool's heels, though, still 2 points behind them with a game in hand after a 2-0 home win over Everton. Erling Haaland with both goals, his first since coming back from injury. Elsewhere, bottom side Sheffield United won their first away game of the season at Luton, and Tottenham scored in 96 minutes to beat Brighton. Qatar are the Asian Cup champions for the second time in a row. The hosts beat underdogs Jordan 3-1 in the final in Doha, which included a red hat for the penalty and even more unusual celebration for top scorer Akram Akil. The quirky jumpster Shishkin is now Britain's best chance for next month's Cheltenham Gold Cup after winning the prestigious Denman Chase at Newbury, and it was a big race double for trainer Nicky Henderson, who also won the season's richest handicap hurdle there with Ideal Queen. And how's this for a gallery view of the 18th? The giraffe has been enjoying the action at the Kenya Ladies Open, watching Italy's Alessandro Minari birdieing the last to share the lead going into the final round. The Kingo Ridge course is famous for its wildlife. And the British 800-metre runner Jenna Ruki is looking on top form ahead of next month's World Indoor Athletics Championships. You can read about her win today on the BBC Sport website from New Living County. Now, Taylor Swift has been on stage in Japan today, but there's speculation she could be heading to Vegas to watch her boyfriend Travis in the Super Bowl tomorrow. And one British fan has marked the occasion by baking a life-size cake of the pop star, using more than 100 kilograms of ingredients and taking a week to make. The cake depicts Taylor Swift in a Kansas City jersey and is made of red velvet uncanny. That's all from me, but there's plenty more on the BBC News website. Good night.
Good evening. Well, a mix of conditions overnight tonight. Some fairly persistent wet weather in parts of eastern England, pushing towards northeast England and eastern Scotland. Elsewhere, a number of showers through parts of Wales in towards the southwest. There are skies across the West Midlands, northeast Wales in towards West Scotland, perhaps the eastern fog from Europe, and quite notably that rain in the east. Tomorrow, we have low pressure situations to the northwest, with something just a little bit drier moving in towards the southwest. So first thing, we do have that wet weather across parts of Eastern England, around the North Sea coast, working its way northwards against the current confines of northern England. Elsewhere, it's improving quickly with some decent showers of sunshine developing as we head towards Sunday afternoon, but one or two showers we need to see. Temperatures the most around 7 degrees Celsius, probably those are showers and rain. Tomorrow night, colder than this coming night, with some clear skies and temperatures in coastal cities. Low single digits and a patchy frost in the countryside. But that means Monday starts off dry with some spells of sunshine. There will be a number